Happy Friday, everybody. Amazing profits. You can see S&P 500, this indicator, how nicely it predicted the bottom on the green line, and then it ended up in the sell line. So very easy profits here after 8:30 a.m. Employment report. The futures dumped right on this sell zone. You can see right on this green line, and then went up almost 1%. Okay, and then that was a perfect sell zone. So you could have taken the short from here and again to the neutral line again 0.62%. Same thing everywhere, even Nasdaq 100. Perfect buy, amazing buy onto the green line and to the sell zone 1.35%, and then again we ended up near sell zone. Crude oil, I've been telling you guys buy crude oil, buy crude oil, buy crude oil. You guys who are watching my videos from last couple of days, I'm telling you guys buy crude oil, it's in the buy zone. Look, 2.32% up. You can see from the buy zone to the top here, almost 4% profit. I was telling everybody buy CNQ. I'm buying CNQ because this is a no-brainer buy because it went below third standard deviation. I told you guys from last couple of days buy it. If you bought even yesterday, Friday's close here to today, top, it's 2.26% profit. I'm still holding this. There are two gaps here, 66.36, 67.84. Those are my ultimate profit targets. Gold, I was telling everybody short. You can see it's in the sell zone. Yesterday it came to the sell zone and came to the buy zone. Easy profits from here on the gold. Easy short, 2% down here. Silver, same thing. Easy targets here. You can see it came down from the sell zone. It was a while ago. It was in the sell zone. You can see it took a while, so it was here. Bands were here in the sell zone around 224.9, and you can see today what happened. It came and ended up right on the buy zone. So this is where you should be looking to buy. Natural gas, easy profits. Buy zone to the neutral zone, sell zone to the buy zone. You can see here, easy profit here, 8% profit here. Then from here to the neutral zone, 4.5% profit. Bitcoin. Very nice trade. You can see I was telling everybody it's in the sell zone. Yesterday, if you looked at my videos, I was telling everybody it's in the sell zone. We're touching the red line here. Okay, so you could have shorted to the green line 2.89%, and I told you buy zone is here. So you should buy in the green lines, and from there to where we are now, 4% profit. Now we're again in the sell zone, so it's going to come down to 43,317. All right, so easy trade, guys. These are just few examples, and we are doing great, and everything is working out great. So I shared these lines with my subscribers. There's a link in the description of this video. You can join my YouTube channel. I share pre-market, and I even there's a Discord server where I paste a screenshot of the zones to my members, and one trade can pay for the subscription fees for the whole year. Okay, okay, all right. So once start is done, hopefully you all made money. And let's go with our traditional analysis, and I'm going to add another indicator, which is PPO. And let's go to daily chart and see what's going on here. All right, so let's start with MES chart. You can see what's happening here. This cycle low, which was predicted to come here around next week, but okay, this is something messed up here. I don't know why it's up 1.5%, but let's go to SPY because this thing is messed up. If I go to SPY, let's go to 1 hour chart, and I go to regular trading hours. You can see this gap is still not filled. All right, so this gap will be filled at some point. Let's go to daily chart. So I'm expecting this dip here, but instead of dipping, what they're doing is they're doing sideways movement here. Okay, they're just consolidating, and it made a slightly new high. And let me get rid of this daily chart. Now we have a new high on SPY, and let's see if we have any divergence. Let's try to draw an arrow here. So this was the previous high to this high. You can see a little bit of divergence, but on PPO, let's see if you can find anything on PPO. Let's try to do it. Uh, slight divergence, maybe on RSI, little bit of divergence, equal highs, but PPO has no divergence, okay? But RSI has little divergence. However, I think triple Qs has bigger divergence. You can see triple Q's new high, even on PPO and RSI, it shows better lower momentum going here. All right. Okay, let's go back to SPY. So what's happening is instead of going down, what they're doing is they're going sideways. So you can see they're going sideways since 20th of November to now, more than almost, let's say November to now, 3 weeks now, or almost fourth week now. So there are two ways for correction: to either have a dip, make a higher low, and then go high, or you can have sideways movement, and you can do sideways movement for these EMA lines to catch up. So let me add EMA line to show you what I'm trying to say here. You can see when we had this pump, all these EMA lines were very far away when we were here, all right? And since it went sideways, it gave opportunity for these EMA lines to catch up. These are 10 MA, 20 MA, 50 EMA, and then 50 SMA, all right? So you can see it's just staying here, and it's just consolidating, giving opportunity for these EMA lines to catch up. So it's just consolidating. It's correcting through time. Okay, it's just staying there, correcting through time instead of going down. But however, if we don't get this dip, there's also possibility next week we can get this dip. Just because if I go to 1 hour chart, let me get rid of these EMA lines just to show you here. You can see 1 hour chart, still a big divergence. You can see big divergence on RSI. And let me again so add the PPO here. That's my favorite indicator. And you can see even on PPO, massive divergence. Even we made a new high today, but you can see even on PPO, we have a lower high, all right? So be careful. I think we will get this dip. Uh, Now there is a gap here, so that gap will definitely be filled. It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So gap here, gap here, gap here, gap here, four massive gaps, all right? It can take maybe sometime next year to fill, or maybe couple of years, I don't know. But just remember, whenever we get this dip, this is the best time to buy on the gap. Okay, it's going higher on leaving all these gaps is not never a good news. All right. So anyhow, so I'm expecting a dip. I don't know if it's gonna be as I don't think for now, because we only have 1 week left. I don't think the dip is gonna be that big. Probably most likely just fill this gap and then we go higher. All right. Triple Qs, same thing, divergence on daily chart, PP on RSI, massive divergences are happening on triple Qs. And again, if I go to 1 hour chart, this gap is not filled. If I let it load, sorry, I don't know why trading view freezes every time I try to do that analysis. Okay, you can see here this gap is still not filled, so I'm expecting this gap to fill at some point. So I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way down, but at minimum looks like it will fill this previous gap, and then we will be looking for another pump and then eventually go lower. Okay, so actually what I'm thinking is going to happen most likely, uh, we're going to get a little bit of dip, right, go higher and then come back, all right, to fill this gap. Okay, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Let me draw that projection on SPY. So I think this is what I'm thinking. Little bit of dip, go higher, and then come back to fill this gap. All right. I don't know when that's going to happen, but this is most probable scenario in my opinion. All right, let's go to Dow Jones and let it load. Let it take its own time. Connection is coming, I don't know from where. But again, Dow Jones starting to make looks like a little bit of divergence. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see divergence are happening. New high on 1 hour chart, massive divergence are happening here. High low here on RSI, high low on PPO, massive divergence are happening, so which is not good. This means you should be looking to take profits. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Are there any gaps? No gaps. Only this gap at the bottom. Okay, sorry. Let me go back here. This gap should be a bit higher here, like this, I think. Yeah, there you go. And IWM, also no gaps on 1 hour chart today, but on daily this massive gap is here, so looks like it will be filled at some point. So again, I think we need to let's see what SPY do. That's what all the indexes will do. All right, Bitcoin, just in the massive divergence, guys. In the sell zone here, you can see massive sell zone with a divergence on RSI, divergence on PPO. Still be very, very careful on Bitcoin. Let's go to futures on BTC futures. Here you go, up 2.7%. Let's go to 1 hour chart. You can see even on 1 hour divergence on PPO and RSI with a gap to close. Even on a daily chart, there's a divergence. So this gap will be closed, guys, eventually. So uh, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Ethereum, same thing. If I go to 1 hour chart, no gaps here, massive pump on Ethereum. But again, these divergences are not erased, which is telling me that you got to be careful and a correction might be coming. Actually, on PPO, there's no divergence. That's good news on Ethereum, but on RSI, still a massive divergence, and it's very oversold, overbought in the short term. So crypto looks like good time to take profits, or at minimum move to altcoins on crypto, because when Bitcoin stabilizes, that's when all the altcoins will be moving. You can see Polkadot is moving. All of a sudden, 7.79% pump. CRO should move very soon, just consolidating. Atom should move very soon. Helium, massive pump now consolidating, and Luna also started to show the pump. All right, so this is a time money can flow from Bitcoin to altcoins. So looks like altcoin seasons is around the corner. All right, okay, keep going. Crude oil uh, bouncing from resistance. 1 hour chart breakout. You can see nice breakout, consolidated, and then boom, that's a breakout we were looking for, and it's by the dip now. Okay, so it's breaking out. Next resistance is here, 72. I think it's gonna go probably go higher from here. So my projection is at minimum crude oil to go higher, a little bit more higher, come here, then come lower. All right, or make a higher low. Let's see how it goes. Okay, higher low and then go higher. That's what I'm thinking, but let's see how it goes. All right, so CNQ, same thing here. 1 hour daily chart. We had a dividends yesterday, so just consolidating, but it can move higher. Okay, it can gap up. These two gaps are my targets. So even from today's close, my targets are, first target is around this one, 6.28%. Second target is around 8.71%. Gold, interestingly, down 1.818%, still in the buy zone. Okay, nothing to worry about. This is where I should be looking to buy, and I'm looking for another pump in after a couple of days here. All right, silver, oh, breakdown. So this is a massive breakdown. So we're gonna make this red. Background also red. So this became resistance, but now if it comes to the support, that's another opportunity to buy silver. So that's going to be around 3% away, and I will be keeping an eye on silver at that point to look to buy, because silver is long-term hold. Very, very interesting for me. Natural gas coming to the buy zone, nothing changed, just consolidating, looking for a buy zone here, which is around 2.4, 2.3 dollar bouncing. You can see it making higher high, looking for a bounce in dollar, and if we get a bounce, that's going to be bearish for stock and Bitcoin and gold. And you can see Toronto Stock Exchange here. You can see there's a gap here, looking for this gap to fill. I don't know if you're going to get it now or it's going to come back later. That's also a possibility. It all depends on how crude oil will do. So maybe we can get a little bit lower, then go high and then come back down. That's quite possible, like S&P 500. So keep an eye on that. Hang Seng Index. Let's see, 1 hour chart. Just keep going lower and lower. You can see still building higher momentum on 1 hour. You can see price going lower, RSI going higher, PPO is going higher. Daily chart, let's see what how daily chart is looking like. Daily chart also, you can see here new lows, but RSI is high, PPO is also still high. So there is still a divergence on PPO here. You can see higher momentum on PPO and RSI, so everything is looking good. Bonds, looking for basically there's no divergence yet, so it's buy the dip. So if it comes here, look to buy. Look at commodities, copper bouncing now. So if you get another dip, look to buy. So it could dip with gold a little bit. Look to buy the dip. And palladium down again 2%, 2.3%. So again consolidating. Still higher momentum on PPO and RSI. So nothing changed. So these are the levels you should be looking to buy and hold. Soya beans in the buy zone. And yeah, it's in the buy zone. Look to buy here. Wheat down 1.7%, very good, because this is what I'm looking for, a little bit more pullback, higher low, because this whole area you can see very nice to predict this. This whole area is now going to be support. You can see here, this was a resistance, so we're looking for a support in this area. Very nice support, and then look to buy and bounce. All right. Corn still not able to close above this resistance area, so this needs to close above that to be bullish again. Sugar up 1.6%, but again now back testing this resistance. I'm looking for I'm going to add an arrow here, looking for it to buy, go here, and that's what I will be looking to buy sugar. All right, let's look at tech stocks. Let's go with Tesla. Just consolidating, still not doing anything, just going sideways, but looking for this gap to fill. If it gaps down here, that's what I will be looking to buy. So from here, almost 6%. All right. Apple, new highs. Oh, this gap is filled, looks like. So I'm going to delete this. So there's no gap to the up, couple of gaps to the down. So actually, let's go to Tesla. Was there any gap? I don't see any gap there. Apple, yeah, now on 1 hour chart, multiple gaps, so be careful. They can come down a little bit to fill these gaps, all right? Netflix, again, just consolidating, looking for a downwards move. Microsoft, just consolidating. Google, down a little bit after massive pump, but there's a gap here, so looking for that gap fill. Facebook, massive move, I don't know why. Uh, Maybe it wants to move higher, I don't know, but just remember there's a gap here. Amazon just consolidating. There's a gap here. Gap is not filled. This is looking like a massive divergence on PP and RSI. So be careful. Looking for a little bit dip before it goes higher. Snowflakes not giving us a gap fill. Eventually it will at one point. NVDA, I don't know if you're gonna go all the way down, but that will be my preference. If it gets to 423, look to buy here. AMD had a massive move yesterday, so just like consolidating today. And I'm still looking for this gap fill. Probably there's going to be some news which is going to dump it down. Let's see. Newmont Mine. Uh, let's go to 1 hour chart. Did it do any gap up, gap down? No. So looking for this gap fill. Gold miners, gap down, and this gap is going to be now up on the resistance area here. So this is yellow now. So there you go. Looking for this gap to fill now. Okay. Oops. Gold miners like this. All right. Let me make this auto chart. Here you go. And sectors, tech sector, new highs, good, but looking for a little bit consolidation. Energy sector, I was looking for bounce, and that's what we are getting. Everything is going as planned. Healthcare just consolidating. Looking for dip. Utilities, is this gap closed? Let's go to 1 hour chart. Yeah, this gap is closed. You can see how nicely these gaps are closed all the time. Industrial stocks, looking for gap fills. Real estate stock, real estate sector, XLRE, it's taking a while to load. Let's see if it can load right away. Okay, there you go. Looking for this gap to fill, 36 bucks. Financial sectors, also looking for this couple of gaps to fill before it can go higher. Regional bank ETF KRE, looking strong, just going higher, but you can see very overbought short term and also divergence in the short run, so be careful here. Intel looking good. Shopify looking for a gap fill. Walmart just keep dumping. I don't know what's going on, so it's trying to now go below support. Is this still a support here? Let's see this whole area. uh, this whole area, I don't see any divergence, so I think Walmart can go still lower. So next support could be somewhere here. I think that's where Walmart wants to go. That's not a good news. Was there a dividend day today? Yesterday, and then still keep going. Not a good news. Um, let's look at Pfizer because that's another stock I'm keeping an eye on. Here you go, Pfizer. So you can see this downwards line just consolidating. This is a nice support area, so look to buy here, I think, and wait, or you can wait for a breakout before you buy. All right. Okay, I think that's about it. XOM is also another oil miner bouncing. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Divergence are happening in the short-term time frame. All right, PP and RSI, but on daily chart, still no divergence. Okay, so let me delete this. Daily chart, no divergence, but PPO has divergence. Okay, you can see here PPO is high, low. Price is going lower. RSI, you can see equal lows, and even RSI is showing a little bit of divergence. I think you can see here. All right. If you want to trade this, wait for a trend line breakout. You can do something like this. All right. Wait for a breakout of this to buy again. All right. Okay. And CNQ, same thing. It's in the buy zone here. And if I want to draw a box here for you guys, you can see why I like CNQ here. This whole area is a nice support area, and that's where we are. All right, nice support. All right, should be bouncing from here. All right, guys, hopefully this was very helpful. And VIX new low, VIX new low. but still divergence. You can see still divergence on PPO and RSI. You can see PPO not a lot of divergence, but RSI clear divergence. VIX new low still going on higher momentum on RSI and PPO, so still be a bit careful, okay? This is where you should be buying at new lows. It can bounce anytime, any news can come, and VIX can just explode, all right? Just be careful. All right, guys, if this was helpful, please hit the like button on your way out and share with your friends and family. And do remember to join my Discord group. There's a link in the description if you want to know the levels which I was sharing you in the short time frame. Join my YouTube channel. All right, guys, I wish you all a happy weekend, and I will see you in a couple of days. Bye.